The Singapore Democratic Party team for Holland-Bukit Timah GRC offered their views on Prime Minister Loong's apology during the PAP's lunchtime rally on Tuesday.
This is an attempt to win sympathy votes at this late hour of the election campaign. I am taken aback. If they had said it earlier, it would have been much better. But I think saying it at this point in time clearly is trying to win sympathy votes. However, I feel that it may backfire because now Singaporeans can see for themselves, even before we go into Parliament, having a good slate of strong opposition candidates is enough to put pressure on them. And then they are now saying, we're sorry. We're sorry for Mas Selamat escape. We're sorry for the Orchard Road floods. These are things we've been saying for the last few days in our rallies. And I think it's a good sign that Singaporeans now realize that having a slate of good opposition candidates is enough to make them go into this defensive stance. And if we go into Parliament, can you imagine? We are going to make them be accountable every day for the next 5 years. And this is what we want, not just lip service just to win votes. So it's a two-sided thing, and I hope our mature voters can see that it may be not just for this period, it's going to be for the next 5 years.
Do you think that it will affect if this is enough for the swing voters who are sitting on the fence?
Well, it cuts both ways. It cuts both ways. They would want it to cut their way, which is the sympathy votes. But if the voters are enlightened enough, it may cut our way and say, look, even before they go in, they are trembling. And if we send these people in, there will be a lot of voices in Parliament.
In the light of PM's comment last night about saying sorry for the mistakes they've made. So in the past, well, Singaporeans, the last section of Singaporeans vote for PAP because they feel gratitude, a sense of gratitude for the PAP government for doing good things. But here we have the Prime Minister saying sorry for the mistakes that are made. So the people of Singapore are long past the sense of gratitude to the PAP because the PAP has shown itself to be incompetent. They should have said sorry when the incompetence showed themselves at the material time, not only 2 days before election or 3 days before election. I think the next thing that we have to overcome is fear. The fear that the voting is not secret. I have been, especially among the civil servants, I have been a civil servant before, and during my days of the civil service, I have voted for opposition, and nothing has happened to me. I got promoted in my time, in good time, in fact, ahead of a lot of my cohort. When I went to the private sector, working in the international bank, I voted for opposition as well, and nothing happened to me. I got promoted as well into the in the regional managing director of Asia Pacific as well. So have no fear. It will not affect you. Nobody knows how you vote.
They've spent the last 5 years being arrogant and telling us all. Now they're suddenly remorseful. I mean, the floods occurred about a year ago. And at the time, we were arrogantly told no one could foresee it, have a sense of proportion or words to that effect, right? Whatever was said at the time. It only happens once in 50 years. Well, why didn't Yaacob apologize at that time? Why didn't Hsien apologize at that time?
The team led by Dr. Vincent Wijesinghe also consists of Tan Ji Se, Dr. Ang Yong Guan, and Michelle Lee. The SDP candidate for Bukit Panjang SMC, Alec Tok, was not present at the party's morning walkabout in Fajar Shopping Centre. In the next clip, the SDP candidates give their take on Minister for National Development Ma Bao Tan's announcement that the income ceiling for HDB applicants may be raised to $10,000.